Kembali lagi di Poros Salang bersama saya Patrick, Fuad, dan abang kita Bang Jere. Ini versi Halang, bukan England. Hai Jere, how are you man?
Hai, saya rindu padamu.
Luar biasa.
Huh? I've been trying to learn some stuff. You know, it's before I come to Indonesia, I need to learn the language.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Respect for that. You learn the language before you come here. That's good. That's good.
I remember you even tweeted in Bahasa Sunda.
Yeah, it was really complicated to discuss with the language I didn't know, but it was really fun. And thank you all people who did give me like some slack not to wrote the proper language, but it was really fun. It was good.
It was good.
Always really fun to learn a new language, Jerry.
It is. I totally agree. I was 6 weeks in Spain with my family, and that is actually one language I really want to learn. So in 6 weeks, you learn a lot of really practical sentences. So it was really nice, and now I want even more to learn it. So I have 2 languages to learn: Spanish and Indonesian. So
that's good.
In Indonesia, we have 718 language. Ready to learn?
Know. I need to pick the official one. That's the only one.
Bahasa Indonesia.
I think the Google Translator is helping me with that one.
Good. How's your Spanish though? You spent what, 6 weeks?
6 weeks. I can order a big beer. I can say what I want to eat. So all the necessary ones.
Okay. You already know about siesta means.
Siesta, yeah, and also mañana.
Mañana.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días. So, how are you, Jerry? All good?
All good here.
All good, eh?
It's been like less than 2 months since the Legends weekend when we had Brian Robson and all those guys here. It actually, I still don't get it what we achieved here. It's kind of it was so hectic times. The whole year we have been preparing those events, and when the guys really arrived, I was so tired, and those 4 or 5 days we went from the morning to night all the time. So it was kind of, I didn't even like have any kind of stress because it was kind of, everything happened too fast. So I'd say like last week was the first week when I really first time understood what we achieved, and it makes me smile.
But how was the event? How did the event go? How was the event, the match, and what did
Amazing.
You guys? Can you share it with us?
Yeah. So on the first night when they arrived, we had the official Red Room opening. So we had the Finnish press here. The guys signed a massive wooden plate which said that these players opened the Helsinki Red Room. Then we had a private dinner with 100 guests. The next day we went to Helsinki City Tour by sea. I showed them some really nice spots in Helsinki. We went to eat in Castle Island. At the ninth time we had the match where United won the Finnish Legends. I actually have the trophy here. Okay. Which Wes Brown lifted after the match, then we had the golf tournament. I played with Robbo the whole day. It was so fun, then we have the big night gala, which was postponed because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we had a massive night gala, and we had some speeches, and the Maltese guys they gave me an amazing nice trophy themselves, and couldn't be happier. It was so much fun. All the lads liked it. It most certainly will not be the last time I arrange something in Finland. Actually, next year we're going to have at least 1, maybe 2 events already. So
with the same guys again?
Maybe some of the same guys, but maybe some new also. We are having negotiations at the moment.
Okay.
Define the nicest place that you took them.
Sorry?
Define the nicest place that you took them. You took the player to the nicest place in, yes.
Yes, because I love boating and sailing. That's why I decided to do the sightseeing tour out at sea. So we had this massive, like 25-meter wooden sailboat, and we sailed to a Castle Island, which is really famous place in Finland, and we ate in the Castle Island. So I bet that was a little bit different kind of experience for them.
All of them went to the place with you?
So who came? Who came?
So the biggest names, of course, were Brian Robson, Wes Brown, David May. Then the person who helped me the most and was kind of building up the team with me was Ben Sonley. He's an amazing guy.
Okay, yes.
Ben is absolutely amazing guy. Then we had first time ever Danny Simpson. So Danny just quit his career.
In football.
So this was the first time Danny joined the Legends team, and he's so nice lad. I mean, he could easily play still in Premier League, I think. But yeah, he played also in the match, and we had the guys like Danny Webber. We had Luke Chadwick.
Luke Chadwick.
Chris Eagles. Nick Hulking was playing as the goalie. He's a really good golfer. I mean, he played also with us in the same group. I mean, it was really impressive. But like the thing is that we had 15 players, plus also Ben's brother, Rod Sonley, who used to be 20 years as I don't know, he was a physiotherapist for United. So 16 guys, and also Jason Leach from United. He was hosting the events with me. The documentary maker John Kubba was filming from the day one. Crazy, and fans around the world. We have had all alone from Malta, 16 Maltese visitors. 16. It's crazy. I love the Maltese guys.
I remember Ben Thornley when he came to Indonesia. He's a really nice guy. He's a really funny guy.
Yes.
He likes to joke a lot. I remember that a lot about him. But I saw something that you showed us off air, and maybe you'd like to share with everyone, our audience, what you have behind you. I think it's a number 7, the real number 7.
Yeah. So this is actually the official match shirt from the match. To prevent any problems with official United, I created our own logo, and also Helsinki Red Room was the main sponsor, of course.
Okay.
This is a match-worn shirt from the manager, Mr. Robson.
The manager, Mr. Brian Robson, Robo.
And there's autographs from every single player from United team. This is the best memory to have from the match.
Yeah. It's one memory to come for the next one to the Helsinki Red Room.
Yeah. And also the trophy, because United won the match. The trophy is also in my museum. So I told the guys, you're not going to take this home. I want to have one trophy United won.
So was it the first time you met Brian Robson? No.
The last time I met him was in Malta, actually, when we had the Maltese Supporters Club 60th birthday. So we spent actually 1 week together in Malta back then, and we have a few pints and had really nice evenings there. So, but some of the lads was like Danny Simpson. It was my first time ever I met him, so it was really nice.
Chris Eagle also.
Yep. Chris Eagles was a really fun guy to hang out with.
So your impression about them, all good, all fun about them?
Yeah. And one guy I have spoken to actually many years already, but I haven't met live was Macy, David May.
Yeah.
So he was as crazy as I thought.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
Heard that he was a funny guy. He's a funny guy.
He's the funny guy. He's the one to make people laugh all the time, and
he's the Joker.
Kind of in a good way. He's the loose cannon.
Okay.
Dennis Irwin didn't come.
No. We had some potential guys who didn't come. Wayne Rooney was actually one of those, because if Wayne wouldn't if he wouldn't get the job in US, he would come because of his best friends with Rodgers only. So it would be really, really nice to have at some point Wayne Rooney here, because he's one of my big heroes, and of course one of the biggest players ever to play in United.
To me, he's a legend. He's a real legend. No matter what Ronnie said, to me, Wayne Rooney is the man who made Ronnie.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the interview?
Rooney. Well, to start with, I have to say that interview, if we start from that, should there be that kind of interviews? No. I just read yesterday from Athletic that the first time Ronaldo now said anything about the interview, he said, the best time to give interviews is when I want, and I say what I want whenever I want. And that shows that he doesn't care about anything else besides himself. Then if you think who was the person he gave it, gave it to
that's a very bad choice.
Pierce hates United. Like he truly hates United, and also he did hate Ronaldo a lot back then. Some of the articles he wrote just a few years ago, he's saying that Ronaldo is I don't remember if it's spoiled brat, the last one I saw.
The tweet.
So and also he says they have been friends 3 years, and that article is like 2 years old. So if you're good friends and he's saying you are spoiled brat, I think you shouldn't be friends. Everything like there were like, of course there were some of the topics where like something which really needs to be told and said out loud. It doesn't change. It doesn't change the thing. You cannot give that kind of stuff. You need to respect your team, your teammates. You need to respect your manager. You need to respect the fans. And the timing is awful. He knew that people are going to go to the World Cup, and some of them are going to stay at the Carrington. Nobody can now go through the things he said within the team. So he knew what he did.
Yeah. You know, the thing about Ronaldo, he said in his interview that the truth must be said. That's what he said, right? He said the truth must be said. But the thing is, what he did in that interview was lies after lies. What I'm saying with lies is, first of all, he lied about when he did the interview, okay? He said he was sick. He told Erik ten Hag and Manchester United that he was sick, and he went for that interview. That's the only time we could explain when he could have made the interview. Second of all, he said that, like you said, that he doesn't respect Erik ten Hag because Erik ten Hag doesn't respect him, and Erik ten Hag says bad things about him. I mean, we're not stupid. I mean, we have actually got recordings of all the Erik ten Hag's interviews. We watch all the interviews. Not once did Erik ten Hag disrespect Cristiano Ronaldo. He said all the good things about Cristiano Ronaldo. He gave Ronaldo a chance to play right after he stormed out after the Spurs game. He played as a starter in the next game, and he played 4 games straight as a captain. So exactly. So and to top it off, when he said that he's been friends with Pierce for 3 years, I remember that tweet when he tweeted with Pierce. I remember that because I was seeing the tweet. Pierce was saying something bad about Ronaldo, sarcastic things like that. And Ronaldo replied sarcastically, "I love your abs," saying that Pierce is fat. Okay. Yeah. And that went into the interview. That got into the interview. And Pierce was saying, "Why did you say I have a good abs?" and he says that this is because you have a good abs. I like you, and that's just pure lies. So how can you say that the interview is full of truth when you start the interview with lies?
I totally agree. And about the things what Ronaldo said, some of them are completely Pierre's words put to Ronaldo's mouth. Yeah. You can see that because of the level of Ronnie's English, you can see that Pierce is leading however he wants the whole interview.
True.
But also decision from Ronnie to use the word they when he's referring to United and not speaking about we or us. He's talking about they, so he already spoke like he's not part of
the team. Yes.
So how can even us as a fans, we always refer that it's us, it's we when we talk about United, and Ronaldo is saying they. That's sad thing to hear. And I think he also said they don't let me to shine. So he's referring that manager and fellow players are not playing for him. They don't let me to shine. How can you say something like that? United is a team with players. There's not like Ronaldo FC.
Yep.
And he feels that the team is not playing for him. They don't let him to sign. That's awful thing to say.
In the other hand, if we saw the last few matches from them, from United, all the players gave him the ball to score, to get the 700 goals. That's what happened in every match that he played before the 700 goals. So it hurts when he said that they don't play, they don't support me. It hurts. For me as a fan, it hurts.
Yeah, and also, this is one of the things I'm really confused about. He said that he or his friends who he's talked with, nobody knew who is Ralf Rangnick.
Yes.
I mean, even I don't follow the German league closely. Even I knew who is Rangnick because of what he did in Schalke and Leipzig. So he's saying, as a footballer who is following, of course, the football industry all the time, and he's saying that kind of stuff that he didn't know who Ralf is. I mean, come on. How
That's a kind of bullshit.
It is. And also saying that young players don't respect him.
Yes.
That is the biggest. There's that one. I think that is so disrespectful for the young players. Like Garnacho, who is, I think it's like a week ago when he said that he's learned so much from Ronaldo and he's looking up to him.
Looking up to him.
And Ronaldo is saying, those guys don't respect him. The problem comes because Ronaldo doesn't understand. When he was a young player, came to United and left 2009, the world was different. Players weren't that fit, even though it was already time when people concentrated what they eat and the club helped them to be more healthy. But from there on, it's been even more precise what you can eat, how much you sleep, how you train. So he doesn't understand that alone the standards today are so much higher than when he was a rookie, a young player. So I think he's referring that he doesn't feel the players do as much work in trainings than he's doing at the moment. But I think that causes confusion to him because those guys need to do so much more because the players are in so much better condition. So even the worst player in United is in so much better condition than the best ones used to be in the 90s. And it's not disrespectful not to be 5 minutes early or leave 5 minutes later than the practice is starting or ending, or not like trying to kiss Ronaldo's shoes all the time. It's not about disrespectful. Ronaldo wants everybody to look at him, to talk about him. And don't get me wrong, I love Ronnie is going to be a legend of the team forever. Yeah. And this is just going to be a few years. We are not liking him that much. But he's done big things for us. And he was built as the best player in the world by Sir Alex Ferguson and his staff. So don't get me wrong. I don't disrespect Ronaldo. But what he did is something he needs to apologize.
It's us disagree what he did. That's it.
Yeah, and he needs to apologize at some point for everyone.
Me personally, that's the point that I want to see. I this is me personal view. I don't consider Ronaldo as a legend no more. Okay, I'm thankful and I recognize what he's done for the club, because the club would never be at where it is without his part to play. But
of course, yeah.
But to consider him as a legend, I don't think so anymore. Not after that statement, not after what he's done, because unless he apologized, he is no longer part of that legendary team. I mean, we've seen a lot of players come and go at United, okay? And I don't think I've seen a player so spoiled as a Cristiano Ronaldo. He said bad things about Wayne Rooney.
Yeah,
calling him a rat, things like that, without recognizing that you wouldn't be the player you are without
Rooney by your side.
Yeah, Rooney assisted him. Rooney opened games for him. Rooney fought for him, and maybe he would have scored maybe 20 goals, yes, but maybe not the way that he got, those easy goals, those easy tap-ins, those cross coming in easily from Giggsy, even from Neville. He wouldn't shake hand with him. Okay, I understand, but as a professional and as a human being, you should agree to disagree. If somebody doesn't agree with you, does not become not your friends.
Your
anymore.
Enemy.
Yeah, it doesn't become your enemy. And the way he says, these guys are not my friend. And that just shows that you're a child man. You're a childish man. And that kind of attitude, how can you demand respect from the young players when you show such a childish move? You walk from the game twice. What do you expect the young players to see? You want the young players to follow your footsteps? Is that what you want the young players to do? You practice when you want to practice. And saying that the club, the fans don't empathize when his son died and his daughter got sick. Hello, we didn't know. You would not let United reveal why you. I remember what United said was that he had family matters to attend to. That's why he did not go to the preseason. And that's fine by us. But we did not know that your child died or your child was sick. So how can we empathize on something that we didn't know? So,
and when we knew, then the whole world, even Liverpool fans.
Yeah, even Liverpool on the 7 minute.
Yeah.
That's right. So exactly. What I'm saying is Ronaldo is like what you said. This guy he has the whole world and he thinks the whole world has to revolve around him. And that's a sign of a loser. That's a sign of a failure.
I totally agree. And I think he feels that when the team doesn't adjust how he likes to play and he has lost a lot of his speed. He's 37, turning 38. So it's absolutely insane him to think he's as fast as he was 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. He's still amazing goal scorer.
Yes, of course he is.
If he wants to score like 30 plus goals, he needs to find a team which plays so that they need that kind of player. United will not be that team. No. Him scoring last year a lot of goals.
20 goals.
That meant that the players who scored a lot last season, the one before, like Rashford, Martial. And Greenwood, so we had 3 plus 20 goal scorers. And after Ronaldo came and he scored a lot, all of those 3 didn't. So that just shows when you adjust the team to play only for one striker, you will lose a lot of the other goals. Which is not going to lead us to win anything. And it's sad. If Ronaldo would become more humble and adjust, he could easily be part of the team. He could easily be the sub when coming in, 25 minutes played. He could easily be the player to score against the bad teams where he can still dribble and shoot. he could be massive part of us winning the next Premier League, but not by being the number one striker, not by being the number one star within the team when they play on the field.
Yeah.
So he's not going to adjust. He's not humble. He's by far from being humble.
His ego is too big.
Yeah, it's not going to change. It's not going to change.
Like you said.
I don't.
Like you said,
I don't know who's going to take him.
No, nobody. What I was saying is when we did this episode with Fuad also, we said that he should learn from what Ryan Giggs did, from what Alessandro Nesta did, what from
Maldini or Zanetti.
You know,
they play for the team. They don't demand the minutes.
Even
player.
Scholes,
yes.
Scholes. But even now, we still have Zlatan. Zlatan plays when he's asked to play, and he's scoring more and more. So,
but at the very end, as I mentioned, like United as a football club, I'm not talking about the business side. So United as a football club needs to remove that kind of players like Sir Alex did. Sir Alex has removed Ronaldo once, Beckham, Roy Keane, even the biggest stars. When they become way too big in their own mind, when they think everybody needs to play for them, that's when they need to remove those pieces from the puzzle and let them go. And at the moment, it's not surprising that Ronaldo is acting like this. Everybody knew that we might have problems, but this kind of behavior, breaking the rules, your team needs to have rules. Yep. If everybody would think that I can give interviews whatever I want, whenever I want, it would be a mess. There would be all the time somebody giving interviews where they blame everybody else, where they call each other rats and brats. That would end up the team fighting in the dressing room all the time. Yep. That's why there is rules. And the rules need to be obeyed by every single player so that the rules work. Nobody is bigger than the team's rules. Yep. It's not matter whether you like it's not up to whether Ronaldo thinks every of the rules are like proper ones, and it's him ignoring the whole book of rules. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what's going to happen after that.
Look,
after seeing the full interview, some of my Facebook friends said me that it was a good interview. They said Ronaldo was right and that needed to be said. I was like, are you supporting Ronaldo? Are you supporting Manchester United Football Club? Because by saying that was the right thing to do, you actually turning yourself against the club.
Yep, against the club.
A lot of the people are doing that. A lot.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you know, the Goldbridge group and the Mike Hope This Help group, those guys, they're just looking for traffic, okay? And by anything that goes against United, that's what it. I asked Mike straight away. I tweeted against him and he replied me. And I asked him, are you even a Manchester United fan? Because I asked him, okay, then give me your solution. And what he said was that basically what we've been saying is just putting it in his own version. You can't hate everybody that doesn't, you know, like if it's Manchester United, you support the club, you don't like the Glazers, doesn't mean that you have to hate the club and you support anyone that hates the club. Those guys are just, what my friend said it perfectly to me. It's just a 48-year-old man living in his mom's basement. That's what he is.
Supporting Nottingham Forest.
That's right. So basically, and going back to Cristiano Ronaldo, yes, he did say some things that, like you mentioned in the beginning, that he did say something that was needed to be put in the light, that was needed to be addressed. But most of the other things that he said was so bad that he must be punished. He must be kicked out of the club, or otherwise Manchester United will have a double standard, because this is exactly what Roy Keane did. This is what Roy Keane did during the Manchester United TV interview, and he got sacked. So if Ronaldo doesn't get sacked, this is a double standard.
He will get sacked, and it's going to be good for the team. It's most likely going to make the dressing room better. I hope Harry Maguire gets really good World Cup, which makes him to trust more himself, because we need him the rest of the season. So by fixing the self-confidence issues, fixing Ronaldo issue, we can still win. We can still win the league. You know, I mean, even Manchester City, even the Manchester City is struggling every now and then with the Haaland, which shows that everything can happen really. And Arsenal, at some point, they're going to run out of gas.
Don't they always? Usually,
they
Arsenal.
Always do.
Yeah, Arsenal are usually a second half gone. So let's see. If they do stay consistent, they could win the league.
Yeah. And Yere, with the fire that Cristiano Ronaldo said through the interview, what do you think the condition of the situation of the team after the World Cup?
Yeah.
The players, the managers, what do you think? What will it be?
The problem with the team is that interview was put out so that they didn't have like a week time to go through the things with the rest of the team. So that will mean that some of the players are going to discuss about those matters with their friends in the national team, not with the club and the club staff. So some of kind of wrong type of discussions will be ongoing at Qatar. But I think when the team comes back, I'm 100% sure every player besides Ronaldo respects Ten Hag. He has done an amazing job with the team. So I'm assuming when the team come back to Carrington, they have one meeting about this matter. They will publish they're going to publish what they're going to do with Ronaldo, and then the team will focus to the next game. And one thing what was said in the interview, which is also like really surprising for me. So Ronaldo said that when he came back, he thinks that he was surprised that nothing had changed. He said that the training center is in the same condition, the stadium.
Rubbish.
But everybody knew it. I mean, it's been all over the press for last 6-7 years. Every single piece of paper has wrote about.
Zlatan said it.
Yeah. So how Ronaldo can be the only person in the world not knowing that the Glazer family hasn't put a pound into the club and everything is in bad condition. So Ronaldo was actually the only person in the world not knowing that, and now he's like shocked about it. How?
He said it himself.
How?
He said no. He said it himself. He doesn't read the papers. That's what he said, right, in the interview.
But he doesn't read the social media. He became just the first player in the world to reach 500 million followers in Instagram. So he's going to be all the time in social media. So
no, he's only looking at, when he opens social media, he's only looking at the good things they say about Ronaldo. He doesn't read at any other negative things. He doesn't read anything else except Ronaldo. That's why he's so big-headed, because he thinks the world is around him. So I'm not the big Cristiano Ronaldo fan, and whatever I say might be biased and things like that. I remember 2009 when he wanted to leave, I created a chant saying, the Viva Ronaldo. I changed the Viva into FU Ronaldo. We don't need you here. You can F away, FU Ronaldo. So I was never a big fan of his. I was always a Wayne Rooney fan. But the thing is, what he did here, despite of what my feelings about him was totally wrong. But I do want to go to that statement. I do want us to talk about this. He did say a couple of things that I agree upon. That the Glazers does not care about this football club. That this is a commercial club, not a football club. They don't care about the prestige, or they don't care about the results of the game. All they care about is the money. This part of Cristiano Ronaldo interview, I do agree, and this is what the LUHG has been saying. This is what we've been saying with the Glazers out. And I think that's one positive thing that Ronaldo said. Now, what do you think?
I mean, it's not surprised that kind of every single United fan thinks like that, because we see it every day how the club is struggling, how the stadium is in awful shape. I think we are still the only stadium in the Premier League and in the top leagues of Europe who doesn't have big digital screen. Carrington is in really bad shape. The guy should like practice on the fields and on the gyms, which are outdated. So the things are really really important to say out loud, and there's a lot of fan groups doing a lot of work for that. But to say that those stuff in that kind of interview, I think it doesn't matter. You know, when the whole idea of the interview is bad, the whole timing is bad. It has only negative impact for the club.
Yep.
No matter how important things you say as part of the interview, it doesn't matter. The overall thing is that he did wrong, and not even the things like it's awful thing what happened to his kid and to lose your baby. It's something we cannot even realize. It must be the worst thing in the whole world. I mean, I have 10 months old baby myself, and I don't know what to do if I would have lost him. So those are awful things, and everybody do agree about that. Everybody do agree about the Glazer thing, but it's not about that. You kind of spoiled those two things. If he would have interview about those two things, I would think most of the fans would agree and stand by him. He's all the time during the whole interview. He's saying the fans are supporting me. Well, which fans? Like the fans
Mike.
of the brand called Ronaldo. But he's not talking about United fans because he did turn his back on us now. So I don't think it does matter what he said. Even some of the things were like good things which needed to be said. I think the overall thing is the whole interview is wrong, and that's why every piece from his mouth shouldn't be said at all in that context.
I agree.
From your point of view, what Ten Hag should do to fix this problem?
Like if I understood right, he said he doesn't want Ronnie to be involved anymore for the first team. I think that's the only way to do it. If nobody takes Ronaldo should train with the youngsters the rest of the season. He can play with the reserve team. If somebody takes him, please do.
I think the best way is to just sack him. Pay the money, sack him.
I think in legal perspective, it might be possible even to sack him without paying anything.
Yeah, because if you keep him,
let's do it.
Because if you keep him in the club with the youngsters, he'll be just another bad seed. He'll be just another Paul Pogba. He'll be just, creating mindset on the young players. Like you said, young players still look up to him, and whatever he says can disrupt the team from the inside.
Think about it. If you would earn 500,000 a week, so you're the best paid player, so which makes you kind of the example for everyone because you achieved something that people actually pay you that much, and then you do this. It shows that he has way too much money. He loves way too much himself, and he doesn't respect anything besides himself.
Yeah, true.
So
what if go on.
It's been 11 games, if I'm not mistaken. 13 games, United under Ten Hag. What do you think? The progress, how they play, the philosophy. Is it good or still need some additional player to improve or what?
Yeah, for sure. Think about how many players are from the past managers. So there's still a lot of pieces from different puzzles. And I'm really, really, really happy about him buying those players he wants, not the players what the press thinks should play there. So the process is there. We can already see it. Not in every game. We still have a lot of issues with some of the players looking like they don't give all. But I think the upcoming summer will fix most of the things. So after being here the whole season, I'm pretty sure he knows who he wants to sack from the team at summer, and he knows which player should be replaced. So I think I still think we can win the league this season. But after summer next season, we can be on top from the day one when Ten Hag has more of the players fitting for his tactics, and I'm really happy him being that strong manager. You know, he's not taking any shit from the players. So that's the way Sir Alex did it.
Pep Guardiola mentioned that he was worried about Manchester United now, seeing the progress that they did.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
He should.
Yeah.
From 1 to 10, how you rate Ten Hag? So
far? Well, I'd say at the moment maybe like 8+, because
8+?
we are not. Yeah, but
the way we play.
The reason. No, let me rephrase that. The 8+ comes from because we know how much things have happened since Sir Alex.
Yep.
So we know the size of mess within the team.
Yep.
We know the lack of resources, but resources by the owners.
Yeah.
So the conditions are like that for Den Haag. And then we know also how many different players from how many different managers he has. So he has really hard puzzle in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
But what he did right away when he came, players he was, the way he's reacting when the players are not playing well, the way he's handling the scandal cases, I think with the pieces he has in his hands and the progress we already seen, I think it's 8+. It's not perfect. Not every game is enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
But I think it's really hard to imagine everybody else doing better work. Maybe Ole Gunnar would have.
Or in the other way, you can say that how he handled the team give him 8+ from you. The situation, the mess that already been there, and how he fixed it. So you gave him 8+ for that. Not just about the way we play or his philosophy, right?
Yeah, I like his philosophy. You saw what Ajax did when he was manager there. So you know he wants to play attacking football, which is good for us. You know he's demanding a lot from his players. He wants them to run a lot more. We do still. So I cannot see anybody else at the moment to be better manager for us, and I'm hoping he gets enough time to kind of like Pep Guardiola did for City. He needed time to build his team and then to start to run his team. So Ten Hag still doesn't have his team, but he's going there. He's reaching the point when we see what he can achieve with us.
Your opinion about the new players that he bought? Lisandro, Eriksen, Casemiro, Malaysia. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Malaysia is the only one I'm like really surprised. But the rest, like, wow, those are really good pieces to put in United current squad.
I don't think Casemiro is one of his players. I think Casemiro is another Manchester United buy.
Yeah, it might be so that Casemiro case already started a few years ago, because I think they tried to buy him already then. Yeah. But the way Casemiro was brought to the team and not put, like, the pressure was really, really heavy for Ten Hag to put Casemiro to play from the day one. He did well. He waited to the other team to kind of grow together and then putting new pieces. And you can see Casemiro was chosen the player of the month in United. So
last month.
No one can say that he did it in wrong way.
Yeah.
The way he treat them is very, very excellent, right? He know when to put them in the first team or how to bench them. It's very, very amazing for me.
Yeah. One thing. I think Den Haag did wrong, which is Ronaldo related. When he didn't put him on the field, was it against City?
Manchester City, yeah.
So he said that he respects Ronaldo too much to put him. Yeah.
Yep.
So then from that to the Spurs game, when he tried to put Ronaldo, so that
3
is
minutes
only time. I think that is a slap to Ronnie's face to do that after saying that. So
that I'm the boss.
But that wasn't a nice thing to do, and I think that shouldn't be done.
But I get the feeling that Erik ten Hag never wanted Ronaldo, that he wanted him out. And he was really hoping for the Chelsea deal to come through, but it didn't come through. And because I could understand Erik ten Hag with Ronaldo gone. First of all, he'll have 500,000 cap room for any play that he wants. Okay.
Yeah.
And he'll have transfer funds from that situation. And then he would not have to deal with all this mess that a mega superstar like Cristiano Ronaldo can do and has done. And I think Erik ten Hag never wanted Cristiano Ronaldo. He was forced to say that Ronaldo is part of his plan. And this is just public speaking. Anyone with a normal logic and football would understand why Erik ten Hag would not want Cristiano Ronaldo on that team. And if you look at our games, most of our games are attractive and fun to watch when Cristiano Ronaldo is not playing. We're more fluid, we're more active, and Ronaldo is just not part of the plan.
Ronnie is one of the least running players in the whole Premier League.
Yeah.
That kind of players can be used within some teams which plays tactics like Stoke City back then, Peter Crouch standing in the box.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there are teams who can benefit a lot from that kind of player, but we are not one of them.
No, we're not. And I don't want us to be like that.
Amen.
Jere, enough about Ronaldo. You watch World Cup in Finland?
Yeah, I do.
What do you think about Qatar 2022?
The thing is that now when FIFA did not cancel or move the World Cup to another country, even after it was proven that it was because of the bribing and everything. The good thing here is that everybody are now focusing on Qatar in sense that there's massive problems with only, was it like less than 10% of the population in Qatar can vote, which shows that it's absolutely awful situation. And again, now the way they are treating fans already, like preventing them to go to stadium with rainbow hats and T-shirts, it just shows that it actually shows that they are even worse we thought. In that sense, it's good that everybody will see now what kind of country Qatar is, and it will lead that they won't get any big sports event in future. Okay, money talks, which is bad. Like you can see, Newcastle was sold, and the Football Association in England, the directors are standing next to people from Qatar and smiling and saying this is good for football, which is, but that aside, and I say this, you cannot put that aside ever. Football and politics, there is no way to separate them anymore. Because the whole World Cup in Qatar is all about politics.
Yeah,
they try to brainwash people from all the bad things they do. But it's a good thing that in Finland, for example, the national TV is not showing the Qatar advertisement from the city and the country. They're not doing that, so they're skipping all that content, and they are discussing about all the bad things happening there. So it's a really good thing that it turned against Qatar. And the football side, of course, I support England and hoping that they will.
It's coming home, baby.
66 all over again.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the first time in my life I didn't wait for the World Cup. I didn't have the excitement. I don't have the excitement. Not even seeing the amazing result and an amazing game from England. It still doesn't feel right. I think football as it used to be is dead.
So fun.
it's FIFA and UEFA are so corrupted. FA is corrupted. We see Saudi Arabia buying Newcastle. We have been following Manchester City to break all the rules, and still they don't punish them. We see FIFA giving the World Cup to Russia, to Qatar.
You see PSG doing whatever they want.
It's disgusting. That's what I think. And I'm so happy I have my museum and my old stuff here to remember the old good times when football was football.
Yes, when football was football. That's correct. When football was football, that's the statement.
Yeah, I think watching the matches back in the 90s makes me feel good even in the current situation.
So now we're talking about England a little bit. 6-2 against Iran. The different kind of Maguire always pop up when he play for national team. What do you think about it? Because of the burden he had in Manchester United, or maybe a psychological pressure?
Yeah, exactly. I think the pressure is way too much at the moment. Him in United, I think the press and some of the fans are not treating him right. Of course, if you're not playing well, you shouldn't start. That's normal. Yeah. But he needs to get his confidence back. He's still really good piece of the United team. Of course, it's going to be hard for him to make it to the first team. But if he had that kind of player as in the rotation, it's massive thing for United, and him getting back his confidence during the World Cup. I hope that happens. I hope he finds the happiness back while he's playing. And as we spoke before we started to record, it was kind of Maguire game. He did really well, and then suddenly he forgot his man, and it was goal against England. So I'm hoping he do well, and I'm hoping that will also be seen next year in United games.
But that would be hard, no?
Sorry?
Go on.
Back in Euro 2021, he was a part of the team of the tournament, right? Maguire was a part of the team of the tournament. Not fans choosing him, but UEFA choose him to be a part of the team of the tournament. So it shows how quality he has, actually. But when he played for United, suddenly it was gone.
I think it's quite hard for Maguire to, like you said, it's going to be hard for him to get back to the first team, especially after seeing how Martinez is really adapting very fast with the team. You see how the composition between Varane and Martinez are. How are you going to break that? And the problem with that is the captaincy ban is still with Maguire. So you can imagine having your captain bench almost all the game. That's something I think Erik ten Hag has to think about.
Well, this season is going to be still so that Maguire is the captain. You won't change the captain during the season if nothing big happens, and Maguire has not given any reason to lose his captain ban. So that's not an option. Varane has been getting injuries quite often during the last 5-6 years. So we can, and again in United, so we can assume he's not going to be fit every game in the rest of the season, which means that next to Martinez, we're going to have Maguire or Lindelof, most likely. And we all know that Lindelof has been also type of player that he plays really well, and then he's one of the worst players ever. Yeah. So we will need Maguire to be fit. We need Maguire to be ready for the matches when Varane is not playing. He needs to really concentrate, because he's every now and then in really wrong place, which is surprising from a professional football player. But well, if he managed to get back in shape and in form, he's going to be really useful. And I like him. He hasn't done anything wrong besides playing badly.
Yeah. Very badly.
How do you see Jude Bellingham?
Sorry?
How do you see Jude Bellingham?
Well, as we
19 years old.
As we saw, he can score even in national team.
First goal.
Now you have to remember, and I know you guys have been talking about Sancho before he came to United, and everybody were angry United didn't buy him earlier. So Sancho is good example. Everybody said that he's the missing piece. Everybody said he's gonna change the game. Everybody said United is piece of shit not buying him earlier.
Yeah.
And where are the talks now?
Me, I was the one.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not wrong to say that, but I mean, we have to realize being successful in Dortmund doesn't mean that he's gonna be from the day one successful in United.
In United, yes.
Yeah.
In Sancho's case, I think he had the wrong people around him when he arrived to United.
Yes, Pogba,
Lingard.
Yes, agree.
So that meant that he did not give 110%. He did not make the extra effort to adapt in Premier League.
Yeah.
And he lost his confidence like a lot of our players did. So at the moment, it's really hard me to see Sancho getting back in shape without practicing more than anybody else, making good results on the practice field, because he's not the first choice at the moment, which is really hard to imagine if you compare with the talks when he arrived.
Yeah.
So Jude Bellingham, he's been really great, and he's one of the lads. So it would be ideal.
So pairing with Casemiro.
To sign local lads is always been something United does. So I think I would be so happy if we sign him. But Sancho is an example we need to learn from. That it's not the same to play in German league and be successful and just to jump to the biggest team in the world. It can be a disaster.
Or maybe the pressure to play for United is too big, way too big, so they can handle it.
Yeah, that's probably one of it.
I'm pretty sure you have to be a killer instinct like Martinez or Anthony to be successful from the first game.
Because actually Sancho came from Manchester also, right? He came from Manchester, so he should have known the culture in the club. But maybe with the price tag and play for United, create a more pressure, a bigger pressure to him, so he cannot perform. Maybe that's the problem for Sancho.
Yeah, now we are facing a massive challenge to make him to trust himself again when he was dropped out from the World Cup.
Yep.
I bet he never ever thought that he wouldn't play in the World Cup. So he was already down. And think about his situation at the moment. So it's going to be really hard work for Ten Hag and our staff to bring him back.
So Jude Bellingham, can he be the next Brian Robson, a box-to-box midfielder?
No, nobody can be the next Brian Robson.
No.
There is only one Robbo. I mean, there will never be same kind of player than Robbo. He carried the whole team when we were even worse than we are now. He played
Atkinson.
He played with like broken leg or dead eye or whatever. He was Captain Marvel. But I think our midfield is the place we need to look into, and I think Bellingham wouldn't be the worst option.
Okay.
Well, but with the situation currently with Manchester United, especially if Ronaldo is leaving, I think the focus would be on a striker.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
And seeing Erik ten Hag, I'm guessing he's going for Gakpo.
He actually if I understood right, Anthony was the person he turned into instead of Gakpo when the club was actually negotiating with Gakpo. Yeah. So then Ten Hag decided to drop that and to go all in with Anthony. So in that sense, we might struggle to open up the discussion with Gakpo again, but Gakpo has been involved more goals than Haaland. So of course he's not playing in the Premier League, which is easier to be involved a lot of goals.
Yeah.
that boy isn't like a player for the spot 9 spot. So I think we need to have like a striker as it is, like Ruud van Nistelrooy or old Wayne Rooney, or and I think Gatbo is more or less same type of player than we already have, like Anthony and Sancho and so on. So I would love to see him in United.
Depay wants to come back.
Please skip that.
So, Nere, it's really nice to having a chat with you, having a new episode with you always. We are pleasure, and we're wishing you a success for Helsinki Red Room. And how about the baby? Can he kick the ball now?
Fine. Yeah. He loves. He's playing with the real size football already. He's not walking yet, but when he's standing, he's kicking the ball. When we were in Malaga, he loved also. We had like small ball there in the apartment. He was throwing it all around. So I bet Rio is going to be the first player from Finland to ever play in United.
Woo! Amen for that. Amen for that.
Why did you name him Rio and not Robo or Brian?
You know, the kid has also mother. So I went through the whole list of United players since 1878, and I'm lucky to manage to get one name true. But that's actually it's Rio Rafael, so I got two.
You got Rio Rafael. Okay.
Yeah.
My son.
I was lucky.
My son, I named him Fabio, the twin from Sao Paulo.
Yeah. Fabio da Silva, Rafa da Silva.
Yes, Fabio. That's my son.
So our sons are kind of brothers then.
Yes. Red brothers in
that. So when are we expecting Red Room Jakarta?
Give me 2 years.
2 years? All right.
Yeah. First I conquered the Lapland. So next year we're gonna have Lapland Red Room, and then we're gonna make it so that we can go outside of Finland, and Jakarta is going to be top of the list.
Okay.
You can contact us to help you to make it in Jakarta.
I will need a lot of help.
We will.
We are ready to help you.
We will. You have the word.
Sponsored by Porosalang.
Nice. Smart kita. Gitu. Okay, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
Maybe the next Rob Boy shirt will have the main sponsor as Porosalang.
Porosalang. Okay, maybe. That's nice. That's definitely. Nice. That's nice.
When it plays in Jakarta, definitely Porosalang in front of it.
Exactly.
Porosalang Red Room.
Really good idea. Yeah. I like
Brother it. From Finland. Okay.
Jere Virtanen Tarigan. I told you, man.
Tarigan. Bungkus lapet.
Okay, so Jere, thank you very much. Is there anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Wrap it up.
Well, I just want to say hi to all my brothers and sisters in Indonesia. It's been my pleasure again to talk with you guys. It's fun every time, and I wish you the very best end of the year. Let's try to enjoy the football part of the World Cup as there is no Premier League going on.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate United winning the league.
Okay, we'll wait for that. But before United winning the league, let's wait and watch how England will win the World Cup 2022 and bring it home. All right?
It's coming home.
The trophy is coming home. Thank you, Jerry. Terima kasih.
Jerry.
Sampai jumpa. Tetap sehat.
Okay, this has been Jere Virtanen, Fuad, and Patrick signing off. Ciao, babies.
Yeah.